Are you finding it hard, deep divers, to make a decision right now in your life? You're waking up looking a little bit shaky, baby. You're like, oh my gosh, what should I do? Is that you? Well, we're going to talk about overcoming indecision, right? How to overcome indecision and how to make a decision that you won't regret later. Are you ready, deep divers? You can't even make up your mind for that either. Gosh. Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Shout out to all of you amazing deep divers. Let's breathe. Oh, that was beautiful. Deep divers, let's go. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. And shout out to everyone who's joined the new Ralph Smart Patreon page for all new exclusive content that's going to help you become your greatest version. Make sure, deep divers, that you click the link down below. Now, let's talk about overcoming indecision, right? How to make a decision that you won't regret later. Let's talk about it, deep divers, because so many people right now are kind of stuck right now. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm finding it so hard. So hard, Ralph, to make a decision that I won't regret. I don't know how to do it. Well, we're going to talk about it, deep divers. I want everyone, okay, to hit that like button right now if you support the real. Once again, smash that like button right now if you support the real, because this information I'm about to share with you is truly going to blow your mind. As a psychologist, right, making a decision is very difficult, especially in today's days and times, right? The reason why is because a lot of people, they get to a place in their life where they're like, oh my gosh, what are the consequences going to be? Oh my gosh, right? And fear kind of floods people's minds, right? So I'm going to help you out, deep divers. I'm really going to help you out. Look, if you are watching this video, first and foremost, this is your confirmation that you are being guided today to make the right decision, right? You're being guided to the place today where you can make the right decision. If you're ready for that, just say, I was born ready. Fantastic, and we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? So wonderful, deep divers. Shout out to all of you. So let me share with you what's helped me along my journey, deep divers, to overcome indecision, right? Now, the truth is, spoiler alert, deep divers, I'm an indecisive Pisces. Sometimes I can never make up my mind, right? Like, it's crazy. I'm always caught up in the crossroads. Which way do I take? Which road do I take? Which path do I take, right? Well, over the years, I've actually found out how to not be so indecisive and actually make a decision that I won't regret later. So we're going to talk about it. Let me start with this, deep divers. We've all been there. We all know that the feeling is like, it can make us really feel uncomfortable when you have to make a decision that is just so hard. It's very uncomfortable, right? Well, this is how to make a decision that you won't regret later, that you will not regret later, deep divers. First and foremost, let me tell you this. Have no fear. Have no fear, okay? Fear keeps so many people prisoners. When you are free from fear, you will make the right decision. How many times, deep divers, let's talk about it, deep divers. How many times have you made a decision because you were afraid? And down the road, you're like, oh my gosh, it's the wrong decision. But I was looking a little bit shaky, baby, feeling a little bit shaky, baby. I was full of fear, Ralph. Well, the cat down the road said, you don't have to worry. You don't have to be afraid. The less fear you have, the better your decisions will be. What? Slow motion this side. Say it again, Ralph. I said the less fear that you have, the better your decisions will be. One more time. The less fear you have, deep divers, the better your decisions will be. Okay, I've seen this. I don't act from a place of fear. I act from a place of courage. And if you are someone who is right now caught up, like, oh my gosh, I don't know what the right decision is, learn how to conquer your fear. Say, actually, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to make that decision free from fear, and it's going to be the right one. Okay. Now, I want to read you something, deep divers, by the author, Stephanie Meyer, wrote the book Eclipse, right? And she really summed it up here. Okay. How to overcome indecision. So let me read it to you, deep divers. This is a passage in the book. Okay. When we were 5, they asked us what we wanted to be when we grew up. Our answers were things like astronaut, president, or in my case, princess. When we were 10, they asked again, and we answered rock star, cowboy, or in my case, gold medalist. But now that we are grown up, they want a serious answer. Well, how about this? Who the hell knows, right? This isn't the time to make hard and fast decisions. It's time to make mistakes. Take the wrong train and get stuck somewhere. Chill. Fall in love a lot. Major in philosophy because there's no way to make a career out of that. Change your mind. Then change it again, because nothing is permanent. So make as many mistakes as you can. That way, someday, when they ask again what we want to be, we won't have to guess. We'll know. Slow motion this side. So when we talk about how to overcome indecision, when we talk about how to make a mistake, right? Listen to what I said. Make a mistake. To make a decision with no regrets. Learn how to make a mistake. Learn to not be afraid of mistakes, failures, of consequences, and listen to your heart, deep divers. Every single day, make sure you are listening to your heart. This, okay, is how to overcome indecision, right? Listen to your heart. So there are key points. Slow down, breathe easy, face fear, be patient, don't people please. So let me tell you this, deep divers. A lot of people who are very indecisive, it's like they're kind of rushing really in life. They're rushing their way through life, right? And whenever you rush your way through life, you will always have a hard time making the right decision, right? You will always have a hard time making the right decision, right? So we have to learn. We've got to learn every single day that what causes indecision and indecisiveness is rushing. Thinking like it's now or never, right? So what I always tell people is to slow down, okay? Slow down. That's how to make a decision that you won't regret later. Slow down, meditate, keep peace like a Buddhist or like the cat down the road who's meditating. You can really learn from the cat down the road, deep divers, and slow down, okay? I want you to imagine, deep divers, like you've got all the time in the world to make this decision, right? You don't have to make it today, but most of all, and this is huge, right? Because when we talk about overcoming indecision, listen, never make a permanent decision with a temporary emotion. Slow motion this side. Never make a permanent decision with a temporary emotion. Ever been around someone, deep divers, who's like, I've made up my mind. I've made up my mind. Sometimes they say in relation to, I've made up my mind that I'm going to move house, or I've made up my mind that I'm going to quit my job, or I've made up my mind I'm never ever going to talk to this person again. Wait a second. Make sure you really feel this over, right? By meditating on it, by reflecting on it, by having greater introspection. Because we should never make a permanent decision with a temporary, fleeting emotion or feeling, right? There's an expression I love. Don't make a promise when you're happy. Right? We've got to remind ourselves just the way we feel can affect how we make a decision, right? Have you noticed that, deep divers? Like, you wake up, you're feeling great. Someone says, can you do this for me? You're like, yeah, actually, I'm kind of having second thoughts right now. Actually, right now, I probably can't do it. Actually, right now, it's probably not a good idea because I'm waking up right now, right? So a lot of the times we make our decisions based on how we're feeling in that present moment. And that's the reason why a lot of our decisions actually end up being wrong, because it's just how I felt at the time. I don't feel that way anymore. Right. So never make a permanent decision with a temporary emotion, deep divers. This is how to make a decision that you won't regret later. Now, let me tell you this as well. So what did I bring up? Right. Overcome indecision. Slow down, breathe, eat. Can we breathe, deep divers? Ooh, let's charge up. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Breathe easy. Make sure every single day you are inhaling that good ass prana, okay? Breathe easy. Also, be patient. Be patient, deep divers. Remind yourself every single day to be patient. And that means that when we talk about making a decision that we won't regret later, learn to be patient. A lot of people make a wrong decision because they don't have patience. And if you can learn to really meditate on it, to really breathe, to really go out somewhere and get clarity, this will help you make a decision that you won't regret later. So just breathe in that good ass prana, baby, deep divers, every single day, and be away from fear. Okay. Also, don't people please. Okay. This is huge. Do not people please. There are so many people who are just people pleasing and they're making the wrong decisions, right? Stop people pleasing. It doesn't matter what your mom thinks of your decisions, your choices. It matters what you think. It doesn't matter what your brother thinks, what your sister thinks, what your dad thinks, what the cat down the road thinks. Start realizing people pleasing is a recipe for disaster. And this is how to make a decision that you won't regret later. Stop thinking that you're here to live up to other people's expectations and realize you can let go of all of that. So every single day, just realize that actually today I am not going to people please. I'm going to make sure this is my decision and no one else's. I'm going to make sure that I'm not operating from a place of fear. I'm operating from a place of love. And this is how to make the right decision that you won't regret later. Look, deep divers, every single day, right? And this is crazy. Every single day we are being bombarded with a decision that we have to make. And yes, sometimes there is a time clock on it, right? So what I always do is that I always say, okay, I close my eyes and say, universe, guide me to the right place. And then I end up with a cat down the road, deep divers, just like that, right? So really have this time to close your eyes when you're faced with like a decision that's might be life-changing, life-altering. Close your eyes and say, universe, guide me to the right place. Universe, guide me and surround me with the right people. And I guarantee you this will help you make the decision that you won't regret later. What if I told you, deep divers, that you're going to have to realize that you're going to have to humble yourself? When we talk about overcoming indecision, humble yourself. You know why a lot of people are indecisive, deep divers? Because they think they know what's going to happen. Let me repeat that. Do you know why a lot of people are indecisive, deep divers? Because they think they know what's going to happen. No, you don't know what's going to happen. No one knows what's going to happen in the next 5 seconds, except the cat down the road, deep divers. Come on, we all know that. So humble yourself and realize, actually, instead of thinking what could go wrong, what about if I shift my energy and attention to everything working out better than I had ever imagined? Slow motion this side. Because you see, when we talk about making a decision that we won't regret later, that we will not regret later, it's all about you realizing that actually you have to just fly and say, you know what? It's going to work out. And if it doesn't, if it fails, I'm okay with that. Because life, like I showed you that quote by Stephanie Meyer, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to make a wrong decision because you're going to grow wiser from it, right? So don't be afraid of making a decision, even if you're unsure about it, because once again, if it's the wrong decision, at least you now know that, okay, that was the wrong decision. Now I can actually make the right one. But people who are just sitting on the fence, very indecisive, sometimes that's me, you're going to have to realize that actually now it's time to act. So to make a decision that you won't regret later, remind yourself there are no wrong decisions when you act. Because even if you get a consequence that's not in your favor, it will lead you to the right one. What? Slow motion this side. So remind yourself, deep divers, slow down, breathe easy, face your fear, be patient, don't people please, okay? It's okay to not know which way to go. It's okay to feel lost and confused. But you owe it to yourself one day to step outside and say, you know what? Right now, my heart is telling me to do something, not my fear. So I'm going to go out there and I'm going to make this decision that I know I won't regret, that I know I will not regret. You know why I won't regret it? You know why I won't regret it? Because I did everything with the best intention. My intention was pure. Not living up to other people's expectations, but my intentions were pure. There are people who travel 5,000 miles away to see someone. Other people are like, don't go and see them. No, they made the right decision that they won't regret because at that time they wanted that. And they lived happily ever after. They lived happily ever after. So many times, to make a decision that you won't regret later, realize that you're going to have to conquer fear. You're going to have to face fear. And you're going to have to ignore other people's opinions. And then just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? Beautiful deep divers, let's breathe. Whoa, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. I want everyone to hit that like button right now if you support the real. Once again, hit that like button right now if you support the real. Share this video, subscribe, okay? The prana is so beautiful here, deep divers. And check out the #1 best-selling book, Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/thebook. And Feel Alive Part 2 is coming out, deep divers. Get ready. You're going to love it. And check out the latest new book, The Book of 1111 Infinite Quotes by Ralph Smart at ralphsmart.com/thebook. The secret recipe to becoming your greatest version. And deep divers, go and head to the Infinite Waters store. That's right. Get the good ass prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes and spreadshirt.com if you're in America. And if you're a sexy ass model, woo, with a whole lot of heart, you want to model the clothing, well, go and buy some. Look, and if you want a one-to-one consultation with Ralph Smart so I can help you become your greatest version, make sure, deep divers, that you book it at ralphsmart.com/consultations and join the new Ralph Smart Patreon page, patreon.com/ralphsmart, for videos which are way too spicy for YouTube. Deep divers, we've just talked about how to make a decision with no regrets, right? How to make a decision, deep divers, that you won't regret later, right? Overcome indecision. We've just dived into it. Once again, face that fear today. Once again, realize it's okay to act from your intention, even if it's the wrong decision, because it will lead you to the right one. Peace. Infinite waters diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. Yo! Do you like when I say that, deep divers? Do you like when I say that, deep divers? Once again, smash that like button right now if you support the real. Share this video, subscribe. Once again, smash that like button, share this video if you support the real. And leave a comment down below of gratitude and appreciation. And let me know, deep divers, how this video inspired you. One love. Peace.